Domestic Violence Ambassadors, Lions Club CEO, President of the Lions Club, the Domestic Violence Ambassadors Lions Club. We are out here tonight to turn the world purple. This has been nothing but an honor and a pleasure to plan with the amazing people that stand among me right now, and everybody from one side of the world to the other. It has reached out in one way, shape, or form to show their ongoing loving support. So, with that being said, we have received our nonprofit status this week, so we are official. We are up and running, and we are doing official business. With that being said, this is the DVA-Lions Club, first movement of many. You can expect to see us again next year around the time. Things will be a little differently and better planned because this is the first year. But we are so excited to have everybody on board. So with that being said, it's been a journey getting here, guys. A lot of you know my story. A lot of you do, a lot of you don't. But I've been very verbal about it, and it's no lie that there's a lot of barriers and there's a lot of things that are missing out here for the victims. I've heard, and I tried so hard, and everything inside of me, even as a victim, as a professional and even as a victim, I want to believe it all. I can't. It's not possible. The information that I have documented proves that everything I'm saying is real. It proves that the help is not available for us here in the state of Delaware specifically. But it's not just the state of Delaware. This is a national crisis. This is a national health pandemic. This is a national human rights issue. This is civil rights. You guys have no idea how deep this actually goes. And we are tired. We are tired. We will no longer be silent. You can try every way you want. That'll never happen anymore. You will not be able to silence us ever again.
Yes.
So with that being said, tonight I am so honored to have everybody on board that is here with me right next to me. The next person I'm going to introduce to you, her name is Miss Blanford. I'm going to allow her to introduce her, what she does and why. And she has a few people, one young lady that I'm going to allow her to introduce personally because it's special. So if you get nothing more out of this than just the fact that we deserve human rights, people, all victims of any type of violence. We deserve safety. We deserve to be treated. We're not inanimate objects, folks. We breathe and live and eat and bleed just like you. We are tired and our bodies are breaking down. Our mental health is suffering. And every time we have to reach out and we constantly get those doors slammed, that is why we're doing what we do. I'm doing this, and we are doing this for the masses at this point, because it's not about what you tell us is there. We know all that. You've told us numerous times. It's about what's not being done. So that's why we're here, and that's what we're going to work on, and that's where our focus is going to remain. And with that, we will come up with innovative ways and ideas to really, truly save a person's life when fleeing from domestic violence of any nature. With that being said, I'm going to introduce Miss Elizabeth.
Hello. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Lambert, and I have a support group here in Dover, Delaware, and it's been going virtual for about a year and a half now, and we do it through Duo, and it's a support group for domestic violence against women. So domestic violence is a very serious thing, and I am a domestic violence survivor. So it is not in vain that I'm standing here in the rain, joining Dawn and you guys here tonight. I'm just thankful that Dawn did this, and thankful to be here tonight. I am a survivor. I was attacked when I was only 18 years old, and it was a brutal attack. Two people did not make it in that attack. My cousin and her friend, and it was my son's father that attacked me. It was a very vicious beating, and it was a very cruel beating. And now I'm an advocate. I speak out for domestic violence. I've been on television, I've been on radio, and I've spoken in many places in the state of New Jersey. And now here I'm in Delaware, I am doing a group. So my prayers is that we stop domestic violence. And my thing is that we have to teach people the signs of domestic violence and that it is wrong. And we need to also let the perpetrators know that before they do an act of violence against someone, they need to think about it. They need to stop, they need to think about it. Because that one act of violence that you commit, we can carry on from generations to generations to generations. Just like it's going in my family. My son is he's 48 years old now. So it's carrying on in his generation, his children's generation, their children's generation. So before you do something like that, you need to stop, think, reach out, and get some help. So that's some of my story. But right now, I want to introduce someone. These two ladies here are in my group, and one is from Dover, Delaware, and one is from Las Vegas, Nevada. So we have people representing us all over the country tonight. So first we're going to have Zipporah tell a little bit about her story. Zipporah, are you ready? Give them the 10 seconds like they said.
And turn it around so that we can record her. Put her on camera. I got to get this under your hand. You hold it from the side.
Hi, everybody.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good. We're doing well.
I'm doing good. I am a rape survivor. And I got raped. I was 16 years old. And he took me to a isolated spot by a Home Depot. Jamie, I'm talking to somebody. Jesus. So, I am a rape survivor, and I got raped, and it was very traumatizing to me. And he raped me with a knife, like into my neck. Like he had a knife into my neck, and he like pinned me down.
Cause I'm nervous. I think now I'm gonna speak.
You got this.
And it was traumatizing. And after he raped me, he took me to the Dover Mall, and he tossed the knife in the trash can, and then after that, I had to wait until my father and the cops came into the security, and I was too embarrassed to tell them I got raped. And then after that, I went home. Then I told my parents. Then I went to the precinct to identify the boy who did it to me. And then after that, I went to the hospital. Then I went to identify the man who did that. Then after that, I went to the hospital and I did the rape kit. And then they was asking me all these bunch of questions, and I was traumatizing. Like I was shaking. They asked me to remove my clothes off my body because I was having evidence on my body, and it was a perfect match. It was a perfect match. Thank God it was a perfect match. And I didn't go to school that day. I was like in the house arrest. I was home. I didn't go to school that day. Because going back to school would traumatize me, and that's why I did. That's how it happened.
How are you doing today, Zipporah?
I'm doing good. I'm still here. Thank God I'm alive. God, I'm alive. I'm not dead yet. I'm still here.
We're honored to have you here, Zipporah. If you would like to share what tonight is for you, let the crowd know what this is for you tonight.
This is good for me, and I love to be a part of your domestic violence awareness, and I can help people out. I can help young people who haven't been in my shoes, and I can tell these people that you're not alone.
That's right. But tonight's your first time speaking out, right?
It's my first time, and I said, you're not alone. You got me. I can tell you that you're not alone, and you can overcome that.
Great
You
job.
overcome that.
That's
If you
right.
overcome
Great job.
your fears, you gotta overcome it.
Great
Because you're not
job,
alone.
Deborah.
Great job.
Great job.
We're proud of you, and you know what? It takes a really strong person to do what you're doing. Trust me, I know. And I think that it's commendable. And we definitely need you on our team. We need somebody young like you who's fresh, who can come out with, you know, with your innovativeness and be willing to step up. And know after today, we believe that together nobody suffers alone. And after today, you have all of us standing here with you. You're never going to be alone again.
There you go.
Never.
All right. Thank you, Sephora.
Can I segue into that since I'm Kate thing is familiar to
You want to do this, you mean?
You want to say something?
No. You go ahead. You got. So we're gonna go ahead, and she's gonna.
And
go
then
ahead
Jocelyn.
Go ahead and do your introduction of her. We're just switching positions. Here.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay. Where do I go?
Oh, you want to talk now?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I said I wanted to segue into what Zipporah's
Oh,
been through.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Since
so
I can
Jocelyn,
identify.
can you hold on? Somebody wanted to say something.
Okay. So hi, I am Val. Zipporah, I wanted to segue into my story because of what you've been through. So when I was young, I was sexually abused multiple times by a family friend and never told. So my abuser was never caught, convicted, whatever. At a young age, when you have been raped repeatedly, you become where you lose every sense of self-esteem and self-worth. I felt broken, useless. It wasn't a big segue, far leap from sexual abuse to domestic abuse. And I've spent a lifetime of being a victim of domestic abuse because I thought that's all I could ever get. It was worthy of having. I am 61, and I just a few months ago, through Dawn, spoke out and shared my story. It was hard, real hard. It's become easier each time I've shared it with friends, family, my present boyfriend that's here with me tonight. And I can tell you, you're doing a good thing. I don't want any female to ever think that she can go through rape and not talk about it, not convict her rapist, or do something about it, because all you'll do is live a lifetime of regret like myself. And I don't want any female to ever go through that again. That's right. So,
Yes, Val. Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Yes, Val.
All right, go ahead with your
Okay.
friend.
Okay. Now, what? Turn this way.
Come back the other way now.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have Jocelyn Blanford. That's my cousin from Las Vegas, Nevada. Yay!
Welcome, Jocelyn.
Viva Las Vegas.
Hello. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, via Portland, Oregon, born and raised in Portland, Oregon. But we moved to Las Vegas due to domestic violence. Me and my 3 daughters, we moved to Las Vegas, Nevada. We ended up coming here because my ex-boyfriend, he strangled me in front of my daughters, 2 of my daughters, and he raped me. He headbutted me and everything in front of all 3 of my daughters. They were looking inside the house, watching me outside. He did it with kids outside playing and everything. Come to find out, he's a court-deemed sociopath. He also he spent 5 years in jail. We prosecuted him and we won.
Oh, that's a blessing.
He violated the restraining order lots of times. 9 times he got found guilty of violating that.
Awesome.
And it's just been a struggle at first because I lost my mom 30 days to the date that we moved out here. And with that being said, we've been blessed though.
This is
Through it
Jocelyn
all.
from Las Vegas. No, Los Angeles.
And
Turn the phone around, Beth.
we're just excited just to be here.
Thank you.
We're very excited to have you on board as well, Jocelyn. If you don't mind me asking, how are you doing today? Like, how is the family making out today in your current situation?
We're doing good. My daughters are all doing good. My youngest one still have trouble. She has nightmares from it. She's 20. But we're healing from it. We're in therapy. We go to counseling and everything. 2 of us go to counseling, my daughter and I. And the other 2 are doing good.
Are you able to receive proper services in the area you had to relocate to? Do you feel as though you're getting the services you need? In the location you had to relocate to, do you feel you're receiving the services you need as a domestic violence survivor?
Not really, no.
Where do you feel that change? So what do you feel in your area would make a difference?
Just more awareness, you know. More news about it, more people to be aware about it, to speak about it, more programs on it. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the crime rate is high for that, and they need to do more.
It's kind of, do you feel it's looked at or viewed as by the legal system as just a common everyday type thing, so the narrative isn't important?
Yes, of course, yes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate with, you know, this isn't just a statewide thing, folks. Here in Delaware is where we stand, but let me make you aware, this is definitely not a statewide thing. This is not just a national thing. And once we get to an international level, I just don't even have it right now in me. It just gets worse. It's, you know, and I've been doing a lot of different trainings from people at levels that, you know, I'm doing some master levels training on some of the trauma and, you know, the perpetrator and understanding the perpetrator and different things of that nature. And, you know, I'm getting involved through all this with many different areas and trying to, you know, as a victim myself, trying to figure out and understand the dynamics of it, because, you know, I'm learning that, you know, we often go to narcissistic, psychoanalysis type. That's what it is, because it very much resembles narcissistic behavior and psychosis. However, what they're finding is there's really very little connection to that at all. And actually, it's a real choice, because the behavior is learned. So given that it's a learned behavior, it is also a behavior that can be broken. So what I'm learning is we need to start all over the place. Everybody out here, I don't believe that just starting with the babies is the answer, guys. I believe that it's time that we start, we got to start meeting people everywhere, from the bottom up. And I don't care if we got to start, we need to like come together. You know, it's definitely not, and I'm never going to say this, it will never be an olive branch to anybody in the legal system into this organization for reasons that are obvious. However, we do need to find a way to start working with some of these people on a professional level so that they understand what it is that is needed within their own organizations to be most beneficial for all victims. Yes. And that's what it's about. We need to work on what's not being done.
Yes.
Stop focusing on what you want to tell us and what we already know about these things, guys. There's national resources out here. The National Domestic Hotline wait time. I'm not going to give it to you because I have not checked it within the last 7 days, but I know what it was in the last month. And I'm going to tell you, we're dead by the time we get anybody on the call. We're dead. It's too late. By the time I sat in a house with a victim this summer, actually in the last 2.5 months, while she was actively and I was being threatened and stalked inside the home, we called 911 of the local city police. Nobody came for 3.5 hours. They were going through her door with a bammer. They shut down 2.5 blocks with almost the entire city's police ring. They left her there with nothing, no PFA, no nothing. And I've heard the stories, and it makes me sick. Somebody asked me, what do you do when you're trying to help a victim and they're manipulative and they're playing the victim? Well, I know the victim they're talking about. And I promise you, folks, we're not out here playing victim. This is not fun.
Yes.
There's nothing fun about knowing every aspect of your life you're taking into your own hands. Because nobody is expected to show up. Because nobody has ever shown up. And that's kind of where it goes.
Wow.
With that being said, we have a male victim here who is a very good friend of mine as well as the team ambassador. So I'm going to bring Rick Smith up.
Okay. Amen.
So let's welcome Rick.
Hi, Rick.
You guys good.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Rick Smith, and I am not going to call myself a victim today. I am a survivor of a mutually combative marriage, and that's where we go with it. Mutually combative marriage. Okay. Well, what I found was when I went to seek help, the way my incident occurred, there was a household argument. I reached out to a local police department and said I have extreme PTSD. I'm a veteran of the Gulf War, and I would prefer if somebody came out to my house and at least presented me with a solution so that I could not be triggered and injure my family this evening. For the next 30 days, I was removed from my house via court order. The police report said I punched her in the stomach while she was pregnant, which never occurred. And then she ran to one of the local organizations with her paperwork and was provided a pro bono attorney. And she wasn't working the system. She was 100% a victim. She was 100% a victim of the sick behaviors that both of us were handed as children about how relationships are supposed to work. She's not guilty of being abusive, and I wasn't guilty of being abusive. We were guilty of systemic ignorance about relationships taught to us both by our parents. And that is how the abuse starts in my family of origin. Today, my ex-wife is a survivor of domestic violence. She is not a victim. She is now standing on her own 2 feet, and I am proud of her for everything she's done since our relationship has ended. Today, I live in my own home. I have my own home, and I can peacefully have conversations and relationships with females who are both friends, lovers, and associates on all levels without being habitually offensive in nature.
Yes.
These are the things that I had to unlearn. And I stress that word, I had to unlearn. That I was handed about how relationships are supposed to work. So today I no longer scream at partners. I no longer yell at partners. Okay, when partners come at me in an aggressive manner, I simply walk out the door. I say things like, please excuse me, I feel tension rising through my body and I need 20 minutes before I can continue this conversation. These are the behaviors that I had to learn to function in relationships in heated environments. These things were never taught to me as a child, and this is what I think we need to be teaching our children by setting an example in our homes about how our relationships are supposed to work between men and women today. So today, I only have one thing to say. Thank you, Alyssa, for surviving our relationship and raising our kids. And thank you for allowing me to divorce you and be able to have our children raised in an environment where we broke the cycle. Because that's why I left you. And this is your public apology so the world knows that the reason I've been single is because I loved you enough to leave you. And I've always loved you, always will, but the cycle of abuse had to be broken for Kaylee and Taryn, and that is what we did respectfully, regardless of what happened between us.
That's right. Nice job, Rick. That was nice. Wow, this has been impactful.
Yes.
This whole process has been impactful.
Yes.
I could not be more proud of everybody standing here and all the hard work that went into this. I just want to bring you people up. Actually, I want Baltimore to come up and say something about why you're here. I want you to say why you're here. Sorry. This is my love bug.
I am here because I want to help anyone that has been involved in domestic violence. How it all started was when I was following her on Facebook about her situation with abuse, and it broke my heart. And I said, oh my God, I have to get in touch with this girl.
And I thought she was a man.
So I called Haya and I'm like, how could I get a hold of this? Let's help her out. And that's how we met. And I am so proud of all the things she has done. She is a pain in my neck sometimes, but I do love her. And I think she has achieved so much. She has done so much, and she really cares. And I feel very, very honored to be with her. And I'm sorry. But
That's right. Show it.
Turkey!
Yes! And with that being said, guys, we are going to close the night out with Pastor April Hall. She's going to close the night out for us. Thank you for coming up. I've met these beautiful people today. I met Elizabeth actually through one of my craziness on social media. Tonight I meet Pastor April Hall, who is going to close out the event for us tonight.
Can I say something real fast before we do that?
I can't see her.
Pastor April is my pastor, and Zipporah's mother, and without her and her husband, Pastor Christopher Hall, my group would not exist. They found it goes almost 2 years. They found it fit for me to start the domestic violence and all this and so it's thankful to her and her husband.
Hey, okay, I got it.
Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful event. I see all types of persons here. I'm so grateful to see a young man here. We can't see him.
Oh, wait, he's coming up.
Clap for the young
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
This is actually before we close it out. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm discussing right now.
Where's my brother?
This is our young friend.
Hey.
I will not. I'll be withholding his name, but he is very service-oriented.
That's all right.
In the DVA-Lions community. We are grateful to have him on our team. He works on our videos. He's helped with different things, many different things. He shows up and he's ready to help with anything. I can hand him anything and he's ready. And I am just nothing more than honored to have this young man on our team as a full-time, like he's right there. When he's available, he's all about it. You want to say something?
Thank you, everyone. This is a very important event. We are here. It's like almost, it's drizzling. Like, it's very cold. You're out here trying to make a difference. So, very happy to be here.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad that I mentioned that, and to have the representation of males here. I love the story of Rick, is it, and what he shared, and how he made that proclamation that he is no longer a victim, but you have to turn that V, and that you are victorious, and that you said we have to change the narrative. And make sure that we're speaking to legislators and that we're sharing stories. Like Sister Elizabeth said, the young lady that spoke earlier, that's my daughter. So when she was talking about her parents, I have that, yes.
This is her daughter.
Yes, so that's our daughter. And I'm just so grateful to be here. And just sometimes when you don't have anything to say, because I am a faith believer, I just say, Lord, help. So sometimes when you don't have, when words are few, all you need to say is, Lord, help me. So thank you, Dawn, for your work, your passion. Can't we see it and we feel it from her?
Thank you, everybody, for coming. This will shut out. Oh, we have one more person. Hang on. So this is Miss Hyatt. This is Hyatt, guys, and she's going to say something. All right, we're back. Sorry, I put her on the spot.
Hello, world.
Oh, hold on, let me get
Such a beautiful night. Just celebrating, raising awareness, domestic violence. Nobody together, nobody's ever alone. Right? And we all can do our part. Raise awareness.
Yes.
Show that you care. Somebody sad, ask them why. How can I help you? You don't have to have the answers to everything, but you can ask the question, how can I help you?
Right.
So if we all do our part, the world will